students, good morning. Let's continue our chapter 5, that is morphology of flowering plants. And in our last class we have studied parts of flower, in which we are studied about corolla. And as we know, corolla is the combination of petals. Petals are those parts of a flower which help in the pollination due to their bright color and fragrance. So here we will let's familiar about some words or terms. They are as, one is your gamopetalous. Gamopetalous. Gamopetalous means when the petals are fused. When petals are fused means all petals are jointed with one another. And another is polypetalous. Polypetalous means when the petals are free. Here the petals are free. If we see the diagram, this type of arrangement, datura, the flower of datura, all the petals are combined. This is shows gamopetalous. And some flowers in which petals are free like this. This represent polypetalous. Now we will study in detail the types of estivation. Estivation means the arrangement of sepals or petals in a flower. Estivation. Estivation means arrangement of sepals or petals on a flower. Arrangement of sepals or petals on a flower. So the arrangement of sepal and petal is divided into 4 types. We will study about 4 types of estivation. So first one is your velvet, then your twisted, then imbricate, and the 4th one is vexillary. So let's know about this type of estivation. Through diagram we can easily understand. Velvet estivation means this type of arrangement of sepals or petals we can see. Means in which either the sepals or petals do not touch to each other. They all arranged like this. The petals or the sepals are arranged like this without touching one another. So this type of estivation is called velvet estivation, and this is seen in calotropis. We can take the example calotropis. Calotropis is the plant which bears spines, and it also releases some chemicals which is makes the browsers ill. So next is your twisted estivation. Twisted estivation means here one petal overlap on another like this. One petal is overlap on another. So this type of estivation is called twisted. And this type of estivation we can see in hibiscus. Hibiscus, or which you know as China rose. This is called China rose. So this is another type of estivation. Next is your imbricate, in which one petal is overlapped by 2 another petals. Look at this like this. And then again it is overlapped by another, and then again it is overlapped by the another. So this type of arrangement is called imbricate estivation, and you can see this type of arrangement in gulmohar and gulmohar flower. Easily you can see these flowers easily, because now gulmohar flowers are all around you. You can see red or brown colored flowers having white spots in it. You can see anywhere. So this type of estivation is called imbricate. Next is your vexillary. Vexillary means one is large petal like this. One petal is large, and then 2 small petals are like this, and another petal is like your this type of arrangement of petals. This petal is large, then 2 small petals, and the last one is jointed. So this type of estivation is called vexillary estivation, and this is found in pea or beans. Pea means matarpali, pea and beans. So they are also called papilionaceous corolla. This type of arrangement of petals also called papilionaceous corolla. Papilionaceae is the family, as these plants belong to this family, and all the plants bear this type of estivation, means this type of arrangement of petals. So it is called papilionaceous corolla. Clear? So we have studied here 4 different type of estivation. Estivation means arrangement of petals or sepals on a flower. These are of 4 types: valvate, twisted, imbricate and vexillary. I define them with example. I think you have already cleared your concept. Next is our androecium. This is the third form. Before we study about androecium, we have to know some words of androecium. Androecium is the male part. This is the male part. Or we can say its another name is stamen. And this is consist of anther and filament. Anther and filament. So anther and filament. If we saw, this is an anther. This is an anther. This is bilobed anther. Or we can see as the anther is like this. This is anther. This contains male part. So this is anther, inside which pollen grain is formed, and this is filament. So let's understand how they are arranged in a flower, in a male flower. So the first word is your staminode. Staminode. Staminode means if the stamen is sterile. When the stamen is sterile. Here sterile means unable to reproduce. Means if the stamen unable to produce pollen grain, then it is called staminode. So the first term here in androecium, we are studying that staminode means if the stamen is unable to produce pollen grain. Next is your epipetalous. Epipetalous. What do you mean by epipetalous? Epipetalous means if stamens are attached to the petals. If stamens are attached to the petals. How this arranged, you can see. Suppose these are petals and the stamen is attached with this, like this. This type of arrangement is called your epipetalous. Then another term comes here is epiphyllous. Epiphyllous. Epiphyllous means if it is attached to the tepals or perianth. Attached to the tepals or perianth. You know about perianth. I have told you when the sepals and petals can't be differentiated. So when it is attached to both sepals as well as petals, means the anther or the male part is attached both with the sepals and petals. This type of arrangement is called epiphyllous. So here I have told you staminode when the anther is sterile or unable to produce male gametes. Then your epipetalous when the male part is attached to the petals. Here epiphyllous when it is attached to both petals and sepals, which we can say as tepals or perianth. Next is your polyandrous. Another term comes polyandrous. Polyandrous means if the stamens are free. If the stamens are free, means in the flower you have tree, you have noticed, or you can see here. Suppose this is a flower This is a flower, and the stamens are like this. They are not jointed, they are free. So this type of arrangement of stamens, this type of arrangement of stamens is called your polyandrous. Then another term comes here, monoadelphous. Monoadelphous means stamens are fused in a single bundle. Stamens are fused in a single bundle, like your China rose. China rose means hibiscus. You can see like this. The stamens, these are the stamens, they all are fused. So this type of arrangement is called your monoadelphous. So monoadelphous means when stamens are fused and in a bundle, found in a bundle. We can take the example as China rose. Clear? Next is your diadelphous. Diadelphous means stamens are fused into two separate bundles. Stamens are fused in two separate bundles. This is seen in your beans, pea, etc. Like this. Here another stamen, and they are fused like this. This type of arrangement is called diadelphous, and we can take the example as pea. Clear? Pea and bean means Papilionaceous family, the species of Papilionaceae. Next is your polyadelphous. Here monoadelphous, this is diadelphous, and last one is your polyadelphous. Polyadelphous means when the stamens are fused into many bundles. Stamens are fused polyadelphous means stamens means male part are fused into many bundles. So this type of arrangement we can see in citrus fruit. Example, citrus means in orange or lemon, etc. If we saw the flower of an orange or lemon, then we can see the polyadelphous stamen. So for today, this is all about your male part androecium. In the next class, we will study about our gynoecium.